I want to read to you the email I sent to my endocrinologist last week. Whether or not she ever responds, who can say, but at least if I share it here, someone will hear what I have to say. It's been over 6 years since I last saw you, but you impact my life every single day and always will. In the years since I have tried to report you to APRA, I have worked with lobbyists, I have tried to sue you, but it seems you're untouchable. For now. You are a doctor. You're an endocrinologist who specializes in PCOS. You know full well what raising a woman's testosterone would do to her health. And I've got news for you. There's even more catastrophic side effects that I don't even put in the textbooks yet. Testosterone caused me to have a full-blown psychosis. I was completely detached from reality. I told you about the violent urges I was experiencing, and you just shrugged and prescribed me a different brand of testosterone. You never, ever took care of me. You never addressed my needs or concerns. Your reports detail a patient with rapidly declining physical and mental health and a home life that was falling apart, and you did nothing. And when I detransitioned alone, I went through more hell. I experienced several false pregnancies in the first couple of years of detransitioning. And I still experience mental psychosis, forcing me to take birth control for the rest of my life. Otherwise, I'm at risk of killing myself. My hormones are a complete mess. To this day, I struggle to eat anything that isn't meat or dairy. My immune system is very sensitive now. And I lost years of my life to chronic fatigue that was caused by the testosterone. And why would you inflict all of that upon me? What did I do to you? I was just a naive kid that trusted you to know what was best for me. I never expected that I would become the victim of your experiments. You're supposed to be a medical professional who understands the impact of synthetic hormones. You knew what you were doing. You cannot claim ignorance. You knew I could never become a man. Why would you put that idea in my head? And I still want to be a man. But I'm an adult now. I know physically that it is impossible. I know I feel this way because I am an autoandrophile, a term I hadn't even heard of before I transitioned. I just needed a grown-up to help me to understand myself. Under no circumstances should I be given testosterone before I've been given the all-clear by a psychiatrist and a psychologist. The psychiatrist wrote a very dismissive letter which should not have been enough to allow you to proceed. And at least the psychologist wanted to see me a few more sessions before proceeding. But what did you do? Ignore all that and start pumping me full of drugs that I didn't need and ruin my life. You know, I wasn't even sure I wanted to transition. I was on the fence. I had rapid onset gender dysphoria because I was living in an abusive family. No one ever asked me about my home life, not really. I was confused. I was traumatized. I was a closeted gay kid. I trusted the adults around me to guide me to a better future. Well, in a way, maybe you did that. After all the abuse and torture you put me through, I finally woke up in 2020 and realized this whole trans movement is a fucking joke. A homophobic, sexist joke. And why am I reaching out to you now? If I can't go through legal means to stop you mutilating more confused kids, I'm taking this directly to you. Please, dear God, I beg you, stop hurting your patients. They may seem like they want to transition. You might think you're doing the right thing, but you're not. Don't alcoholics want alcohol? Don't anorexics want to starve themselves? Don't all suicidal patients want to kill themselves? Should we just let them harm themselves? Think. Dear Christ, think for one goddamn minute of what you're doing here. You aren't helping anyone to live their best life. You're a drug dealer. I need you to know the devastation you're causing. And P.S. You put me on testosterone and birth control at the same time? I was a stupid kid, too stupid to understand how insane that was. I was taking two different drugs. One telling my body that I'm a man, and the other drug telling my body that I'm pregnant. That's horrendous. That's unethical. What did you expect would happen? You had no idea what you were doing, did you? I was your lab rat.